Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to make this beautiful meatloaf with the kofta and boiled eggs in the middle and covered with puff pastry. It's absolutely delicious and very easy to do. It comes really crispy outside, and the boiled eggs in the middle makes it look really elegant and beautiful. Let's see how it's done. We have here coriander, fried onions. I was gonna use onion powder, but I didn't find it. I bought this one from Waitrose. Breadcrumbs. We have some boiled eggs here. Barbecue sauce. Some olive oil. I have 1 kilo of mint kofta. I have some thyme. A mix of garlic paste and ginger paste, salt, black pepper, paprika and garlic powder. And here I have the puff pastry that I used. I bought this one from Sainsbury's. I got 2 boxes there. So it's very easy to do. Just take the meat and put all the spices on top of it. The quantity of the spices depend on how much meat you're using. So the amount I put in the beginning, I actually added a little bit more spices. So it depends on how much big you want your meatloaf to be. You add the spices. The fried onions, I actually looked a few supermarkets for onions, powder onions, but I didn't find them, so I just used the fried onions. You can easily make them at home. Just take some oil and really thin onions and just fry them until they're golden. The barbecue sauce we're gonna use later. So just mix everything together until it's all combined. After it's all combined, we just cover it up and then leave it to set for half an hour to 1 hour until we're ready to cook it. So then we take the puff pastry, we put it, I bought this one that is already rolled out. So we put it on a grease paper and we put a little bit of the sauce, of the barbecue sauce, just a little bit, not too much, and we just spread it out on the puff pastry. It gives it a really nice taste. If you like barbecue sauce, that is. If you don't, just put a little bit of tomato sauce or any sauce that you like for that matter. So then we just take the pieces of the meat and just cover the puff pastry with it, just like a thin layer all over it, but leaving the ends, so when we put the other puff pastry on top, well, we can stick it together easy. So after we placed the first layer of the mint, and we just put the boiled eggs in the middle. I used 5 boiled eggs here. It depends how big is your meatloaf. So just put them next to each other. And then we take another layer of the mint and just cover all the eggs. Sorry about that. So after we covered the whole thing, we just take the other sheet of the puff pastry, and again we put some barbecue sauce on it and spread it out. It's very important to use the grease paper, sorry, because then it will be easy to lift it to the oven tray. Otherwise it will be very hard to actually lift it. So what we do now, we just take the top one and put it on the top of the one that has the meat, and we just press them together from the sides. Any excess paste, any excess, we just remove it. Any excess of the pastry, we just remove it with a knife. So just remove the sides of any excess, and then we're gonna press it down with our thumb. Just so that it can stick together properly and it doesn't open when it's cooking in an oven. As you can see, just press it down all around the sides. So I left over of the pastry, I just took some of those like flower shapes and just cut to small pieces and just decorated it on the top. You can do that, you don't have to do the same thing, just you can do whatever you want. So I take one egg and mix it with a little bit of barbecue sauce. Mix it well, and then I will brush it on top of the pastry. I already set the oven to 200 degrees from before. The oven has to be hot before we put it on. Before we put it inside, the oven has to be hot. I left it for about half an hour before I left the what is called so you brush it all with the eggs. So then we put it on the tray that we're gonna we're gonna put in the oven. Cover it up with foil paper. It's important to cover it up in the beginning with the foil paper until the meat is cooked, and then we remove it after 30 minutes or so. When the meat is cooked, we're gonna just remove the foil paper and then leave it to get brown from the top. And this is when I took it out from the oven. It's very delicious and very brown. As you can see, it looks absolutely delicious. So I cut it to pieces. You can cut it as you want. I decorated it with pieces of edible roses. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and try it and let me know how it goes. Thank you so much for following this video with me till the end. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.